It is fairly common for first-time mothers to be sent home from the hospital within 48 hours of giving birth. Sometimes children are born prematurely with low birth weight or perhaps have other potential medical problems. Many new mothers have little or no knowledge of how to care for their child when they arrive home, and often there's no one to ask.
Darnette, girl, it's after 2 in the morning. What's the problem?
Miss Ruth, I want you to come over here and take this boy home with you. I've had it with him. Nathan get up crying, and he feels pretty hot.
I will take that little boy, but first we'll make him well.
To address this situation, SCSC has developed the Health Call Interactive Medical Education System. Health Call allows mothers of high-risk babies direct access to their local healthcare providers from the privacy of the mother's home.
He has had a fever all day.
With the touch of a button, the Health Call system brings the eyes and ears of a trained caregiver to the patient 24 hours a day. Often, all that's needed is a show of concern and a word of advice to reassure an anxious mother.
Then at night they run temperatures. But if you just...
This type of care normally is provided by nurses who visit new mothers in their homes. But in-home providers can only visit 3 or 4 homes per day, and local agencies can't provide enough nurses to keep up with the demand. The technology in the Health Call system is much more cost-effective. It limits staff travel time to patients who actually require a personal visit and allows the healthcare provider to make routine contact with a much larger number of patients on a daily basis.
What time was when you gave him the last dose?
Like visiting nurses, the system encourages a personal, ongoing relationship between new mothers and their healthcare providers. The clinic staff can be on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the system is built around an exchange of information. Two-way video technology allows trained medical personnel to see what's happening in the home. The Health Call system also uses a remote sensor called a medic mouse to transmit the child's pulse rate and temperature directly to the clinic. Other accessories can be configured to transmit a patient's respiration rate and blood pressure. 2 versions of the patient home monitor have been developed. The first is a portable unit that is designed to travel with a healthcare provider. It communicates with the clinic through regular telephone lines, so operating costs are kept low. This system transmits a series of high-resolution still images, a new one every few seconds. These still frames can be captured on the clinic's monitor and then enlarged for closer inspection and analysis by specialists at the clinic. The second version stays in the mother's home. It has near full motion video, similar to what people see on their television. This improved video signal allows the clinic to transmit pre-produced instructional videos anytime they're needed. Since moving video requires more data, regular telephone lines are inadequate to carry the signal. Though it requires the installation of special transmission lines, this version allows for truly interactive health education and monitoring in the patient's home 24 hours a day.
That's a lot of them. But you just take care of him. He'll be all right. We'll monitor his temperature, and he'll be just fine.
A control console based at the clinic is used to communicate with both versions of the patient monitor. This control console has 3 screens. One for the signal from the patient's home. The second shows what's being transmitted from the clinic. The third screen is a computer display, which shows information stored in the patient's file. To video contact, and can also store any still frames recorded during previous transmissions. These still frames can be used for comparison with the patient's current status. A video switch determines whether it's the nurse who appears online, an instructional video program, or a specialist who may be located at a different hospital or clinic. Either end can initiate the call. The mother can contact the clinic at any time, or the clinic can call any of the homes that are online. The Health Call system helps new mothers learn how to take care of their children by putting them in touch with people who care, people who are there. every day and every night, all night long, at the press of a button.
Nathan's asleep now. How about you?
Well, I think I'm ready to go to sleep too. Thank you, Miss Ruth.
Good night.
I'm Vernon Stansberry, President of SCSC, Scientific and Commercial Systems Corporation. I'm here in our manufacturing facility where we developed the Health Call Medical Education System. Speaking on behalf of our entire engineering, design, and manufacturing team, we are extremely proud to have developed a product to increase the productivity of healthcare providers during this period of reducing resources. SCSC is committed to excellence in all aspects of our business. The quality and creativity of the health call system is representative of that commitment. The system is designed to improve the access to health advice for the most vulnerable members of society, the very young, the very old, the incapacitated, and the incarcerated. We are particularly pleased with the simplicity of its operation and flexibility to adaptation for a variety of applications. Based upon the results of demonstrations, the system has generated a great deal of interest from primary care providers, legislators, insurance professionals, health care administrators, nursing homes, and child care organizations. If you would like additional information about the health call system, please contact me. Thank you for your time and interest. And voices slip off is because our internal echo suppression system is taking a noise on this side and noise on that side, and it's clipping, and they clip off part of the conversation. But under normal circumstances, we don't have 20 people interested in asking questions, you wouldn't have that. But at this point, I'm going to ask Greg to lead us through, and Dr. Russell, through establishing communication with the ISD and the interactive system that is located in Big Johnny. And in order to do that, are you ready, Dr. Russell? Yes. All right.
Quick description of what you're seeing in front of you is this is the system that would be at the clinic end or at the nurse practitioner's end. What it consists of is a device to select different video inputs that we might want to send to the woman at the other end. Whether it be our built-in camera that is right here, it would be directly on the nurse. We have an auxiliary input that if we had maybe a specialist located a couple of doors down that might be a consultant that might want to have control to speak to them, or as we said before, I also have the output of my VCR. That have up to 16 different video selections. So if you have videotapes queued up on different machines, we can remotely control them. So what we're going to do is select our camera right here. Then we have the VCR so that we can play things back. Or we also have the capability for records keeping where we can record the conversations so that for patient records, the patient will have a videotape. If we want to say on this date, here's what went on during our video conference. So if they had any questions or anything came up, we would have a record of what transpired. What we have here, this is the monitor of what we are sending to the mother. This is how we verify, this is what is being sent. This monitor is for our control computer, which also, we'll get into it, Sean will give the description. We have the medical database capability so that you can not only have the database of information of the patient, but also the video snapshots that you take. Yeah, this is Windows. That's no. From the company who brought you Edlin. What we have here, this is the large monitor, is what we look at to see what is coming back from the mother and that we go
and
to the user.
The note also is that at the user's end, that is the same size monitor that the user is seeing.
Yes, this same monitor, 14-inch monitor in the brochure, and you can see upstairs later, that's the same physical size monitor that the mother would see. So she's got a fairly large screen with which to view the VCR for the clinic and calling back to her. We have two different control mice for the two different systems that we have. This system here is our telephone-based system that Vernon mentioned to. We have our local end, this is what we would see there, and when we establish the telephone connection, we would see them at the other end. Okay? And this is our ISDN version. And what we will do now is start up an ISDN telephone call. I have the numbers pre-programmed in. With one push of a button, we will dial the telephone going out to Faye's house. Okay, and then we dial the second number, and we establish connection. Hello, Faye, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Everyone is here. Mr. Stansberry has just given his little demonstration and speech, and what we're doing is we're kind of gathered around the front of the clinic console, and everybody is watching you right now. Okay, let me just I'm just turning the audio up a little bit here. What we'd like to do, if possible, is Kathy Russell is here, as you see her face in your screen. And what we'd like to do is that she's going to go through a little scenario of asking you some questions. Okay?
We have a client here on Quick C.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Can you speak up just a little bit louder, please?
His name is Police.
Police, okay, all right. Thank you. I'm sorry, I thought you said Marie. How old is Police?
3 weeks.
3 weeks old. How much did Malik weigh when he was born?
7 pounds 5 ounces.
Oh, that was excellent. Do you know how much he weighs now?
70 pounds.
So he's gaining weight, huh? Okay. Is he bottle fed?
Yes.
And what kind of formula is Malik on?
SMA.
SMA. And is he able to keep that SMA down okay?
Yes.
How often are you feeding him?
Every 3 hours.
Every 3 hours, including the nighttime?
Yes.
Does he have his days and nights mixed up?
Yes.
What do you mean by that? Tell me.
Does she?
Tell me about his sleeping. He sleeps during the day?
Sleeps all day and up all night.
Well, that's kind of a normal thing. How are you feeling?
Okay.
Feel okay? Are you tired? Yeah. When is your next doctor's appointment?
Mine or his?
Kids.
His is October 20th.
Okay. And when is your next doctor's appointment?
19th.
The 19th? Okay. We would like to, I see Malik is asleep, but we sure would like to hear his heart and check his temperature. Can you do that for us?
Okay.
All right.
What I'm going to do something here is I'm going to cut out more audio going back to them. That way you will hear nothing. We can talk and we can hear this.
Put yourself 1 second. There's a 30 BMW and a
Here's as far. Yes, we can hear it. Please keep it there, okay?
There's 3 cars. Okay, well, 3 of them. Yeah, it's a huge bus.
If you can listen, there's as far.
So then what I have to do right at this moment is go ahead and time it myself.
Right.
But I asked if it had the capability of.
And count. Just play it. Nice and strong.
Very good.
Can we see the temperature too, please? Can we see the temperature now, please? Okay, you can hold it right up to the screen. And you can see our skin temperature is 89.4 degrees. Ah, very good, very good. Mr. Zhu, do you have a mirror that you might be able to hold in front of the camera so they can see the device that we are using at your end? Thank you very much.
This is our other engineer, one of our engineers.
We call him Janice.
He's holding a mirror up in front of it so that you can see. Again, there's our power light is on. We have, on this model, we have 3 buttons because we'll also be calling not only here, but Wilshire Hospital. So we have 2 buttons to call, and the 3rd button is the hang up button. So for them to initiate a call, they turn the power button on, and they push the power button. That would dial here. If they were calling Wilshire Hospital, they push the 2nd button, and to hang up for either one of the calls, they push that button. Mr. Zhu, why don't we let you show us that you are pushing the hang-up button with the mirror, and then you can call us back to show how easy it would be for you to contact us, okay?
No, we have only 3 keys here. This is the power key, and this is the power key. This is the key when we push it, it has called the clinic, and this one called the hospital. That's it. So now I will press the power key to be connected.
Goodbye.
Tell them to go back.
Yes. So that's how easy it is. It is a 1-button push, and it is a 1-button to hang up. So you don't have to know how to use a computer. You don't have to use an app. You gotta have one finger. Okay. Mr. Zhu has hung the system up. That's initiate the call. He's just push one of those buttons, and it will reestablish the link back with us. I'll also ask him now to shut the shutter so that you can see. Ah, very good, Mr. Zhu. Would you do us a favor and demonstrate how the shutter works so that they can, on this end, we cannot see what is at your house?
Okay. So when we try to people want to do something
There's a knob. You just turn it, and as you see, physically.
So you can have the audio on.
You got it. You got it.
You can take the advantage now.
Okay, Mr. I think now if you're holding that, you can show where the medic mouse is plugged in, and if you disconnect it, you can see that we can not also hear you.
Yeah. This is the medic mouse. You have to see that. This is the medic mouse. We can read the temperature and also stethoscope and the temperature sensor. So this one is push button switch. Now we can talk each other. One is the mouse. What is this key? You cannot hear it. Just hear the stethoscope. And also, we want to have the further conversation in this time, because that's the floor.
He's going to show you what he's going to do for this connection message, just to plug it.
Yeah, you will not be able to get me.
He's now unplugged it. So if you close the knob and unplug it, as you can see, there is no way that we can hear it. Very good.
And it would be very easy for you to add blood pressure on the heartbeats on the,
Yes, we can, sir.
because there would be the two others that I mean,
I think, Mr. Zhu, if the mother might sit in the seat,
Yeah, I want to show a video of something.
we are going to show her a videotape, a short videotape. It's already in queue up. What we can do, again, with our capabilities, we can now send her
You're getting,
different video
this is
feeds.
what they're seeing on their end, depending on what they want, what video to select.
I can also send not only ourselves from here, but all of the things at the same time, including the output of the videotape. So if you wanted to have another observer in,
Multiple switch, we can have a doctor at home linked into the system, observing the patient without coming to the clinic.
so now we are sending her the output of the VCR.
You can watch her, see what her reaction is.
And we can mute this now, so because what it'll do.
But also you see what motion is coming back from her on this type of system. She is getting the same motion to her over the, so for the VCR. It's just like watching TV.
She's seeing now, like watching TV.
So when I'm teaching her, so if I want to teach her some breastfeeding techniques, for instance, I plug in a video.
You're talking to her at the
She's trying to get the baby to latch on and so forth, I can tell what she's doing.
You were talking to her at the same
But
time.
if you unmute this, she is also not only hearing the videotape, but also your voice as well.
Ask her.
Can you still hear us as well as the videotape?
Before your first child, you hear so many things. It changes your life.
So let's say that,
This is wonderful.
because you can do it lung sounds too, like,
sorry?
you can do lung sounds.
Basically, what we've done is taken a stethoscope and put a microphone into it and amplified it. So that's basically when you heard the heart rate.
So
Diagnostics.
right, but let's say though that the mother calls in and warns the child is wheezing, she calls the clinic, the nurse is here, we want to make sure the doctor, gets in on it so that we can hit one of these other buttons there and
Oh, yeah.
the doctor can be involved.
Oh, yeah. And you can record
Were
it.
you able to see that videotape all right?
She didn't talk too much. She's looking.
How about mom? Was mom able to see the videotape okay? Well, how about, could you hear it okay too? Oh, great. Oh, he's awake. What we will try to do
Maybe you
now.
can come close too.
What we can do also is we can take a picture of them as a snapshot. Okay, and what we're doing is now taking a still frame image of the far end. So what we'll have is a picture
Which you can store in the database.
into the
We're going to talk
database.
about that in a minute, because a lot of the questions that you were asking were questions that would have already been stored. Date of birth, weight, height, length, all of that has been right on your database. And you have known that instantaneously, and in fact, had a record, an ongoing chronology of how much it weighed the last time you talked to him.
Okay, so what it's done
So
now,
then you'd be able
Sure, right.
it's captured the image, and what we
So
can do
can I
is
see a growth chart on there?
Yeah, sure.
we'll just switch that over here. That's the still frame image that we were able to capture. And again, if we wanted to bring the baby closer, as you can see, this is a still frame image because there's live action, and this is what we've captured here. And we can save this as an actual file that you can pull back up again to do comparisons as the child grows. So what we can do now is just tell it we want to save this, and we'll say, let's see, we want to save.
Well, you can use it also for consultation when it comes to, I mean, if you're really confused about what is going on with this patient.
Test
you could use it.
one,
Also, we have protocols, there's certain things that you cover each visit.
Now, it has completely saved that picture that we can call up later on. And what we'll do now is, I think at this point, Vernon, I will vacate the chair and turn it over to Jean-Louis that he might demonstrate the database system. Shall we terminate the ISDN call?
Yeah, right.
Okay, at this time, why don't we end the call, and we certainly appreciate your time bringing your beautiful baby down so that you can help us with our demonstration.
John, we're here at 6.
Tell them we'll see you at 6 o'clock tonight, okay? Thank you again. Mr. Zhu, would you kindly disconnect from your end? Or we can hang up from our end. Just going to do our one button,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Now, I was mentioning the database, which we have developed to provide all of the kind of any of the information that you might want. Jean-Louis wrote the database, and he is going to no. You can see it. If you can't see what is on this screen, can we put it on that big screen?
Number one,
So that you can gather around that big screen as well. You can see it easier. Yes, that's the mouse. It goes to This is the basic screen that you start with, and then when you just turn it on, there's nothing there. This is where the pictures usually, pictures are. Over here, we'll see as he uses the various kinds of instructions. Down here, Jean-Louis, can you retrieve all of the babies that were born in 1995? Down here, he is going to put in the request. Date of birth, is that DB? 95 with the 95 with an asterisk, which says all of them with an ID of 95. And this is a 3 of them match. That 3 of them match, and the first one of 3 is being displayed. And there's a picture of the baby. And it's got the patient number is 1006. The name is William. The sex is male. Date of birth is 950112. Mother's name is Michelle. Social Security number. Here's her address. This is the access in order to access this particular mother. This is the ISDN access.
telephone number.
And the telephone number, right? The telephone numbers for the ISDN telephone number. These are the calls that have been made to that mother or from that mother. The date was 9507, but the topic was measles or the government. And this was the tape we actually taped. We didn't have the tape where the videotape began and the duration, how long it ran. Then this is the date, here was another so you can capture all of the information that you want about the particular patient. And you, as I said, that you can retrieve it by any of the criteria. Jean-Louis, can you find all the people that had fever calls?
This would specifically answer your question.
In this case, it's going to change the selection criteria. And I just put it in and we can retrieve. And it says that there is one match, 1-to-1. And this is the child, this is the patient that had a fever problem. Obviously, you've got 5 people here. You may want to know how many of them had that kind of ailment. If you want, you can also put in your database what time of day it was. If you want to have some kind of a distribution in terms of when you get the most calls, the fewest calls, for staffing purposes, in order to make sure that you have enough people at the control console to handle the incoming calls. You can say, I want all of the males, but not born in, but not, what else do you have here?